The Smart True Universal Dimmer Wi-Fi can be installed in a multi-location configuration. This configuration also requires the Legrand multi-location dimmer, part number HMRW, which should be installed within 50 feet of the smart dimmer. Before getting started, make sure everything in the box is accounted for. True Universal Dimmer, screwless wall plate, subplate, screws, and wire nuts. And these are the tools you'll need for the install: flathead screwdriver, Phillips head screwdriver, and a flashlight. A voltage tester and wire strippers are also helpful. Be sure to turn off the power for your existing device at the circuit breaker. Flip the switch of your existing devices multiple times to confirm the power is off from both locations. Unscrew the existing wall plates and use your voltage tester to be sure everything is safe and there's no power. Now check the wiring at both locations. There are likely more wires located in one of the two boxes. We will want to install the smart dimmer into the wall box with more wires. The other, or remote location, will likely only have 2 to 3 wires, which is where we'll install the HMRW. At the location with more wires in the box, the hot, or line wire, receives power from the circuit box. The load wire directs power to your light. The neutral wire creates a path to return current to the power source when the device is off. This wire is required for your dimmer installation. And the ground wire, which provides a safe path for electricity in the event of a short circuit. There's also an additional wire bundle that typically includes a red, black, and white wires. These traveler wires are from the remote location. It's important to note which wire is the hot wire and which is the load wire. To do so, turn the circuit breaker back on. With the light switch off, test each wire with a voltage tester. The wire with no power is the load wire, and the wire with power is your hot. Now that you've determined which is which, go back and turn off your circuit breaker. Before unscrewing the old dimmer, it may be helpful to take a quick photo of how it was wired to refer to later. To review, there are 5 wires to connect the smart dimmer: the hot or load wire, the 2 traveler wires, the neutral wire, and the ground wire. In the remote location, there are 3 wires we'll need to connect: a traveler wire, a neutral wire, and the ground wire. At the location with more wires in the box, connect the neutral wires by twisting them together in a clockwise rotation. Be sure to include the neutral wire that goes to the remote dimmer. Then use the large red wire nut to secure them together tightly. The wires should not pull out of the wire nut when tight. Next, connect the red load wire from the dimmer to the load wire in the box using the supplied wire nut. Then connect the hot wires together. Now connect the yellow multi-location wire from the smart dimmer to one of the traveler wires from the remote dimmer. We'll use the red wire for this application. Lastly, connect the green ground wire on the dimmer to the green ground wire in the box using a wire nut to secure the wires together. At the remote location, connect the red wire from the main dimmer location to the red terminal on the HMRW multi-location dimmer. Next, connect the neutral wire to either of the 2 terminals labeled load. And lastly, connect the ground wires together. Use a wire nut to cap any leftover wires. Gently fold the wires into the electrical boxes at both locations. Be careful not to pinch a wire or loosen any wire nuts. Use the device screws to secure the smart dimmer to the electrical box. Be sure you don't over-tighten the screws or your device will not sit flush to the wall. Now you're ready to test the smart dimmer. Turn the power back on at the circuit breaker, then press the paddle switch to turn your light on and off. Now hold down the dimmer paddle to adjust the level of your lights. Next, do the same from the remote location. To attach the wall plate, align the subplate over the device screws and secure it to the smart dimmer using the screws provided. Push the screwless plate down until it snaps into place. To set up your system, download and launch the Legrand Smart Lights Wi-Fi app from the App Store or on Google Play.